Hey there, everybody. What? No, this isn't the only apron I own. I'll get to the dry cleaner soon. Anyway, today I'm gonna make a Reuben lasagna in honor of National Lasagna Day, even though that was a few weeks ago. And I'm also gonna make banana milkshake special cheesecake. Now, it was hard to know who to dedicate this video to. You know, I dedicate my videos to my friends now. Because I was asking around and it turns out that a lot of my friends don't eat corned beef. Well, what? Maybe because you make it so many times. Okay, that's fair. But see, I had extra corned beef in the freezer and I had to use it up before it went bad, you know. But I decided that I'm going to dedicate this video to my friend Reuben and my friend Tara. Not that Tara! See, because in my last video I dedicated to a different friend named Tara. So this is... never mind. Let's get to cooking. Now, it's pretty obvious that the protein is going to be corned beef. So I have our corned beef mixture here. I added some sauerkraut in there. And then it's usual additives, egg yolks, and salt and pepper and cinnamon. But the other thing is, you know that whenever I make anything Reuben, no matter what kind of end game I'm doing, so to speak, I want to make it taste more like a Reuben than, not that I want to taste any differently than the traditional entree, but I just want people to realize that they're really eating something Reuben. So I am going to use Russian dressing instead of the traditional marinara sauce. And I'm going to use Swiss cheese instead of the traditional mozzarella cheese or marble jack cheese when making breakfast lasagna. Ricotta cheese is still going to be in there. And the other thing is that you've seen me make lasagnas plenty of times, but I'm still going to show you the layering process again because it turns out that people really like to see that part. And it also uses up time. Anyway, dressing, pasta, more dressing, ricotta, homemade of course, and in case you're wondering, no, I'm never going to stop bragging about that. Anyway, corned beef mixture and Swiss cheese. And then of course we repeat the process, and then we end with pasta, well, it's under there somewhere, dressing, Swiss cheese, and parsley. And after 35 minutes in our handy dandy 350 degree oven, you'll end up with a pretty damn good looking taste of lasagna. Pretty damn good looking taste of lasagna. That doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, it looks pretty good. And you know, I was a little nervous how that would come out because I have never really substituted dressing for sauce. I wasn't sure about the color, but looks like everything worked well. But of course, if more places don't have Reuben lasagna, they should, because this is pretty damn delicious. And I am sure that Reuben and Tara would agree and they would like this as well. Now, let's get that cheesecake started. Actually, before we get into the cheesecake, one thing I want to mention is that about a year or so ago, I had a video up for a strawberry milkshake cheesecake. I took that video down, not that the cheesecake wasn't good, but I tweaked the recipe and also, well, you know you eat with your eyes first, and the icing, the first way I made it, it looked good by itself, but on the cheesecake, it didn't look that great. But as I said, I tweaked that. We'll get to that in a minute. And you're already familiar with the banana cheesecake, so now we'll, what? You're not? I never did make a banana cheesecake on here before, did I? Well, this is a banana cheesecake. And right here we have our banana milkshake cake. It may not look much different from my other cakes, but the thing is, it looks like a cake, but it tastes like a cake with milkshake. That'll make more sense once you taste it. And actually, one other thing. You know, I don't eat fast food very much, but I remember when I was growing up in the 80s, I would go to maybe a fast food place with my mother, and you can get a milkshake on the menu for about like $1 or a little over $1. Now I know about inflation and stuff, so things cost more than that. But you go to like any kind of ice cream stand and you'll get a milkshake or a malt, and it'll usually cost you $4, $5, maybe even close to $6. And I never understood why that was until I started making milkshakes at home myself, which I really don't do often. I normally drink like juice and water and smoothies and things. But first time I made a milkshake at home, that wasn't even until like last year. You have to use a whole lot of product for it, like ice cream, frozen custard, or frozen yogurt, to make even a 16-ounce glass. So that's why, if people are asking, that's why the milkshake special cheesecakes cost a little more than the other cheesecakes. Anyway, we're going to cover the whole cheesecake in some of this. This right here is banana milkshake buttercream cream cheese icing. When's the last time you heard that? Now what? Never. Again, that was the point of the joke. Never mind. That is what I'm talking about. Well, it's still smaller than the piece I usually slice. Delicious, creamy, full of bananas, not just banana imitation flavor or any nonsense like that, but actual bananas. And it's something that I'm sure Tara and Robin will enjoy. That is going to do it. And by now you know where to look if you want to order a cheesecake or see the recipe for the lasagna. Thanks for being with me. I'll see you again soon. And my banana milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. No, brother. I'll see you again soon. Maybe I should have said my Reuben lasagna brings all the girls to the yard, but I don't really have a yard. So